You're tuned in to Red Hunt, and this story goes from awkward to unforgettable real quick. The other day, I was walking the short distance to work when a strange car approached and asked if I wanted a ride. I declined, but the driver kept insisting that I get in. I continued walking with my heart racing. After a moment, he drove away and I sighed in relief, only for him to return. He claimed he had something sweet to show me while opening his door, and I felt he was going to expose himself. Fortunately, another car passed by, which scared him off. I began to run, but he came back again. This time, I raised my phone and started filming him, which caused him to speed off. As soon as he turned the corner, I ran to the nearest apartment building. Once inside, I started shaking uncontrollably and called my sister. She blamed me for going out alone and said it was a bad idea to hide in an apartment building, suggesting he would find me. I found her comments frightening, so I hung up and went to work, where I ended up crying. After a long shift, I returned home at 9:00 p.m., hoping my sister would ask how I was doing because I desperately needed someone to talk to. Instead, she was busy sending pictures of herself in the park with her daughter and asked me about a burger place I had tried. I eventually fell asleep and had terrible nightmares, but I needed to wake up early for university. After university, I was shocked that my sister had not checked on me at all. I texted her expressing how horrible I felt and how it would have been nice to talk about my difficult day with someone close. She responded by saying that I expected her to match my love language and that she cared, but not in the way I wanted. When I asked her how she cared, she said she had her ways but did not elaborate. The conversation ended with her telling me that I ruined her day with my unreasonable expectations. I know that what happened to me is something many women face daily, but it was my first experience and I was shaken by it because it occurred in what I believed was my safe neighborhood. I did not reply to her and she did not message me again after that. I swear you really did the right thing. Honestly, asking "are you okay?" isn't a tough question at all. It shows you care, and her response says a lot about how she sees your friendship. I mean, it's time to step back and look for friends who actually support you. You deserve people who genuinely care, not just when it's convenient for them. What you went through is really no joke, and I'm so sorry you had to face that alone. It's a big deal to find a way to heal and maybe even think about some self-defense options for your peace of mind. Oh, and by the way, pulling out your phone to record was a smart move. You definitely protected yourself with that. So keep your head up and focus on finding healthier connections. AITAH for stealing the former tenant's sofa. I just moved into a flat that has been shared by many teammates from our university team for years. It is a nice place and we maintain a system where 6 team members can move in with other teammates. When new people graduate, it opens up space for others. This system has worked well and everyone seems to benefit. During the summer holidays, 2 of our former teammates moved out. Knowing that the rooms were being rented to my friend Emma and me, they offered to sell their beds, desks, and other furniture, which we happily accepted. This arrangement meant we did not have to buy and move new furniture into the flat. When it was time to move in a few weeks ago, everything went smoothly. However, an argument broke out between one of the former teammates and the current tenants. A few weeks after we moved in, during the week our university year started, one of the former teammates, Jesse, messaged us asking for the full price of around $1,500 New Zealand dollars for the couch and other items she and another teammate left behind. The other teammates who moved in last year had never paid for any of it, and we thought it had been passed down within our team. We were shocked to learn that we were expected to either pay for something we believed they never paid for or move it out ourselves, as they had already relocated to another part of our country. I believe they should have asked us if we wanted to buy the sofa and other items a few months before they moved out, rather than demanding payment after the fact. I would have been happy to make that decision before they left so they could have taken the sofa and their items with them. My friend and I feel like this is an attempt to take advantage of us and we are being unfairly expected to pay for it. This situation has divided our team, as some believe we should not receive the sofa for free. However, if they wanted money for it, they should have asked us earlier. Now we are expected to either let strangers into our home to take the items or move them out ourselves, which is not acceptable. To clarify, the sofa looks at least 10 years old and the other items include old body soap they forgot to clean out, dull kitchen knives, and a cheap plastic kettle. These are things we would have preferred to buy new, but they left behind their unwanted items and are upset that we are using them. That is my perspective. So Reddit, am I in the wrong?
This isn't it.
Honestly, you're not the asshole here. They left their stuff behind, so it's pretty much trash now. I mean, if they wanted to sell it, they should have asked you before moving out, not after you moved in. It's a bit wild to demand money for things you didn't even agree to take on. Your furniture mess was already set up with the previous tenants, and it's just not fair for them to impose some last-minute deal on you. If Jesse and the other teammate want their couch back, they should come get it themselves. Expecting you to pay for old, worn-out stuff like that. That's just wild. Honestly, it sounds like you and Emma are stuck in a mess because of their lack of communication. So keep using what they left behind and don't feel bad about it. Am I the jerk for not immediately removing photos of my ex off my Insta? I was in a relationship with my ex, S, from December 2023 to November 2024. Both S and I identify as queer and have had queer relationships prior to each other. Our breakup was not either of our faults. S has struggled with her mental health since she was 8 years old, and around April or May 2024, her condition worsened. In October 2024, S was admitted to a mental hospital for a week, and after that, our relationship began to decline. We were not fighting, but we were both very worried about each other. The stress from school and her health issues led my parents to enroll me in therapy. Therapy has been beneficial for me. I have needed it since 2021 and continue to attend sessions. Our breakup occurred in early November 2024, and I was not surprised. S had previously expressed the need to focus on herself and was struggling to be completely open with several people, including her mother, therapist, and me. I had reassured her that I would be willing to wait for her to get better. When she broke up with me, I understood that she needed to prioritize her own well-being, and I still feel that way, even 6 months later. In early February, S contacted me after several months of no communication, asking me to remove a single photo from my account. When I inquired about her request, she simply stated that she did not want the photo up. I took it down the next morning because her unexpected message had left me feeling overwhelmed and anxious. I then asked her to communicate through a mutual friend and requested that she stop viewing my Instagram account, as I had blocked her to avoid triggering my anxiety. S questioned why our friend needed to be involved and mentioned that someone had informed her the photo was still up. I explained that my request was not solely about the photo but about how it made me feel, and I confirmed that the photo was already removed. A day and a half later, S sent me a message stating, "Dude, no, it is literally not about you. You cannot expect me to respect that if you literally have my face on your account without my knowledge for months." I responded, explaining that she had never previously expressed a desire for me to take the photos down. I clarified that my concern was not just about the photo, but also about my feelings, and reiterated that I preferred to communicate through other people. Shortly after this exchange, our friend contacted me, relaying that S wanted me to take the photos down. At that moment, I was feeling extremely anxious and upset. As of now, all the photos of us have been removed from my page. I took them down for my own peace of mind, not for her. Am I the one at fault? Well, honestly, it sounds like there's way more to this mess than what's being shared. Your ex asked you to take down the photo, and even if you feel it's not a big deal, her feelings should come first. Waiting 2 months to do it kind of makes it seem like you weren't really respecting her wishes. Plus, blocking her and then being confused about why she wants the photo down feels a bit off. I mean, right? It seems like the breakup wasn't as mutual as you think, and the way you both are handling communication. Yeah, it really isn't healthy. Arguing about whether the photo mattered or not isn't going to help either of you. It's clear this is affecting both your mental health, so focusing on healing might be the best move right now. Just remember, it's all about respecting each other's boundaries, even when it's tough. Am I the jerk for talking to my mother-in-law as if they were a child? I have been in a relationship with my boyfriend, John, for 4 years, and we have known each other for 5 years. Our long-distance relationship began a year ago due to his job, and we are both currently living with our parents. We plan to move in together in July, which is 3 hours away from each other. I met John's mother a year after we became a couple. During my visits, she would often pull me away from John to have long conversations or go out together. Initially, these talks revolved around light-hearted topics about John, but they eventually shifted to her expressing her grievances. Since September of last year, she has been making backhanded remarks. On Wednesday, while I was at work, she sent me a text asking me to call her, which I genuinely forgot to do. We had previously spoken for 3 hours, during which she expressed her frustrations about John and his behavior towards her as his mother. Because I did not call her, the next day she sent me a message saying, "Good day, Jay. Hope all is well. Since you chose not to call me, I am leaving this message and I hope you get it. If John is inviting you to come for Easter, I hope you decline his invitation. I am not going to be here and I do not like strangers in my house when I am not here. I will ask our neighbor to show me her camera." In response, I wrote, "Hi, I am sure you recall that I do not believe in traveling during Easter, so this message was unwarranted. I respect you enough to not show up at your home uninvited. I hope assumptions like this are not made in the future since you know I am not the type to do that. I also do not consider myself a stranger, and it saddens me that you think so. I hope you have a great Easter." She replied, "It was warranted because I know my son. You might think you know him, but he is my son. I can definitely make assumptions because, like I said, I know my son. He has proven to his family that you are more important than us, which I pity. You should be happy to know that John continues to have an attitude towards me, his mother. But I checked and was told that he has been charmed. Honestly, if I had not accepted the relationship, then you would be a stranger. They say it is better to be truthful than to be a hypocrite. Enjoy your Easter and God bless. In the future, have a little respect. I am your senior." I felt I was spoken to like a child. I did not understand how I spoke to her like a child, but I replied, "But the thing is, I already told you I was not planning to travel. Do you know your son? Wouldn't it be better to tell him not to invite me instead? I really do not know what else you want me to do. I have spoken to him about his attitude towards you, but it is up to him to address it, don't you think? And charmed. I think that is childish, don't you? I respect your opinion of me and that is fine, but as they tell children, respect is a two-way street." She did not respond but called instead. I did not answer and I informed John about the situation. He is on my side. On the other hand, my mother-in-law wants an apology. Some of my family members believe I should take the high road and apologize. Am I the one in the wrong for speaking to her as if she were a child? So what's going on with your boyfriend and his mom? It kind of sounds like there's some drama there, right? Honestly, you're not wrong for how you handled it. I mean, calling her out doesn't make you the bad guy, it's really just setting boundaries. You might want to think about how much you want to engage with her passive-aggressive texts. If she has something to say, she should really say it directly to him. It's much better to let him handle his mom and not get stuck in the middle of all that. Family dynamics can be tough, especially since you're both still young. Just focus on your relationship and try to keep the peace. You've got this. AITAH for being annoyed whenever my best friend invites their partner. Let me give you some context. Whenever my best friend, who is 19 years old and will be referred to as D, and I, also 19 years old, go out to hang out with our group of female friends, she sometimes invites her male friend. They are not dating, but they are always together and act as if they are. Occasionally, it is fine for him to join us, but she often tries to bring him along whenever he is free. This makes the rest of us feel uncomfortable, but we do not want to say anything. We just want to have time together as a group of girls without any males present. One time, we were out for dinner when he unexpectedly showed up. None of us knew he was coming, and it caught us off guard. It somewhat brought down the mood, but we continued eating. By the time we finished our meals, the only person still eating was D's male friend. We were on a time crunch because we planned to go for drinks afterward, and one of our friends needed to leave early since she lives far away. When we got up to pay for our meal, Dee became upset because her friend was still eating. I thought, we cannot stay here much longer, our other friend has to leave in 40 minutes. We were not informed that her male friend would be joining us, and it has happened many times before. Moreover, Dee sometimes invites other random males to our hangouts. This is confusing and frustrating. We all just want to enjoy a day together as girls, but she keeps trying to bring her male friend and occasionally invites strangers. Am I in the wrong for feeling this way? I genuinely care about Dee, but it can be very annoying when this happens. She does not do this all the time, but it has occurred frequently enough that I am tired of it. Am I the one being unreasonable? Hey there, it looks like your post got removed, right? That's probably because it didn't quite fit the AITAH jerk guidelines. This subreddit really focuses on actions, not so much on feelings or emotions. If your title is all about what you want or how you feel, it's likely a rule violation. Honestly, it's a good idea to take a closer look at the rules and FAQs before you repost. The mods are pretty strict about this, and they might even ban you if you don't follow up on that removal message. So just make sure to read through the guidelines thoroughly. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the moderators. Good luck next time. Am I the jerk for not being super supportive of my siblings' new relationship? My 26-year-old sister has recently entered a new relationship with a 21-year-old man whom she has known for only 1 to 2 months. They are now officially together. I have some concerns that make me feel unsupportive. Before they became official, my sister stopped communicating with our family. There were no text messages or hangouts. Additionally, the man she is dating just ended a relationship 5 months ago, during which he was reportedly cheated on, and that relationship lasted for 2 to 3 years. My sister has also been staying at his house almost every day. She mentioned to me that she would like to plan for them to have children together so that their kids can grow up close in age. I understand that my sister wants to find someone and start a life with them. However, I feel that she is rushing things. I am in a relationship and have a child, and one of our brothers, who is 22 years old, also has a child. It seems to me that my sister might feel left out. A few years ago, she was in a similar situation. She began dating a man she barely knew, and they became official quickly. She believed she was in love, but that relationship turned out to be toxic and took her about a year to end completely. Regarding her current relationship, I also worry that her boyfriend's ownership of a house is influencing her desire to rush things. I have heard that he wants her to move in with him around August or September. My main concern is that she is rushing into this relationship. I am anxious that he may not be the person she thinks he is, leading to another cycle of emotional distress. I voiced my concerns to her, and my sister-in-law expressed similar feelings, noting that my sister has not been around much lately. My sister believes we are not supportive and that we are upset about her relationship, which is not true. I asked my sister if she could babysit my child while my husband and I went on a date. She suggested bringing her new boyfriend to my house while she babysits, but I expressed that I was not comfortable with that. I think this upset her, and now I feel she has started distancing herself from our family. She told me that if I wanted to see her, I needed to invite her and her boyfriend because he is part of her life now and she is in love with him. So am I in the wrong for not being supportive and for not wanting her to bring her new boyfriend to my house while she babysits my child? Most people, start dating someone they don't really know that well, especially with online dating these days. I mean, you're totally right for not wanting a stranger in your house, but judging her relationship too soon. That's just not fair. Even if you're worried, the best way to talk about it is to get to know the guy better. She's an adult after all, and she can handle her own choices, even if they seem a bit risky. At the end of the day, you have the power to decide who's allowed in your home. It's completely fair to set boundaries about why she's there. If she can't respect that, well, maybe someone else can babysit. It's really her call, and she might lose time with her nibbling if she doesn't comply. Just keep those lines of communication open, okay? And try to get her side of things too. Balancing your concerns with her independence, that's the key. Thanks for watching. When you subscribe, make sure to hit the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. To finish listening to all the stories, check out the playlist in the description.